Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome to Prentice Park. Today we're going to go for a little bit of a hike and check out this park. Prentice Park. One of the neat things about this park is that it has an artesian well, or should I say many artesian wells. What an artesian well is it's natural spring water that kind of comes up in this pipe and comes out here and provides spring water to any weary traveler who needs it. This is kind of a geological wonder here because it's kind of frozen. I think a lot of them are like that in the winter. But you get the picture. It's natural spring water, kind of like the spring water you get in the bottles, but it's free. So one cool thing about Prentice Park. What a beautiful park. Prentice Park is a naturally preserved forest, and there are parts of it that are not preserved, where they have made little day-use parks and day-use areas for everybody to use. You can see the picnic tables. But there's a lot of Prentice Park that is naturally preserved, especially the areas where there are springs and where there are those artesian wells. They try to keep them as natural as possible because you kind of get the gist of how it was back years ago, before Prentice Park existed and probably before the town of Ashland showed up. So it is a really neat treat to have being here in Prentice Park. So Prentice Park has these trails here too that look very just kind of in the woods, like we're walking in the woods, but actually, like right now I'm on a footbridge. They're trails that were put together so people stay on the trails and still get to see the beauty of nature. This is what I was meaning by naturally preserved, where most parks probably would have taken that tree out, ripped all the roots out to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. They chose not to do it. So we get to see kind of how a forest gets to recreate itself and how it feeds itself. We're coming to the footbridge right now. I guess it's one of the landmarks of Prentice Park. It's kind of an area, probably more in the summertime, where you can see all the wildlife like geese and duck and all different type of birds. So we're gonna go take a walk and venture on it. Alrighty, that was a great walk. I will say one more time, I recommend Prentice Park. So if you're around the area, come and visit it. But we are gonna go back and do some camping now. Let's get to camping. Oh. Alrighty, so today's camping adventure is going to be a pretty easy one. I'm making it simple because I want to show everybody how simple camping can be. I'm literally in my backyard right now, kind of in the back acreage, and we're going to set up an ice tent and have the Mr. Buddy heater going with some propane. It should be a good time. So let's get set up. Well, that was really easy. I will say what puts me out of breath, all this snow. But you can't get past it really in the wintertime. So this is where we're going to be staying for the night. Let's just get everything else inside and we'll be ready to go. Ooh, there's a fall. Don't do what I do. Oh. Oh. Well, I got it all set up for you. Here is the sleeping bag. This is a Coleman 0-degree sleeping bag. There's the climate down here. And underneath is the Coleman cot. And if you do get any type of cot with two ends to it that have the, it's like the dual end system that kind of makes it so it's really taut in the middle, they're a pain in the butt, especially when you get to the final one. I would recommend bringing like a lead pipe or a broom handle or something to kind of use for leverage. I'm going to have to pump up the static V here. But other than that, I got my camping sleeping attire all set up for tonight. And we do have the heater finally working. The Mr. Buddy heater is finally going here. I just need to button everything up and we'll be in business for tonight. Alrighty, we're going to do a little bit of barbecue right now. Today on the menu is going to be Sloppy Joe's, which I know as barbecue. So that's what's on the menu for today. We just have a pretty simple stove that I'm going to put together with a 1-pound propane tank, an old propane tank, and we're going to cook. Alright, gonna move that fire hazard out of the way while we have a chance. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. The hardest part is just finding a flat area for it to be on. There we go. That should work. There we go. That'll work. I've had this for years. It's just from Walmart. It's an old pot. we'll be using today. If it stays. And, of course, a lid, of which doesn't go on it, doesn't go with it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think you can. Oh, yeah, you can. So, just a pot lid. That'll work for now. Let's get this puppy started. We're all set to cook. We have proper ventilation. Got our meat, got our vegetables, got some drinks, got some snacks. We're all set to go. Got the buns. And of course I have a paper plate, which is, I had to run to the house to get one because I forgot it. Maybe not need it, but that's alright. Alrighty. Let's begin. Shall we? Meat first. We're gonna let that warm up a bit. Where do I got the lid here? There it is. Well, I already got a little bit of it stuck there. That's all right. Well, we're just waiting for the meat to kind of unthaw. It's completely frozen. Probably not the way to start off sloppy joes, but we'll be adding the mix and some onions and green pepper soon, so should taste good. Moment of truth. If I can find where I put my glove. Oh, it's right over there. There it is. All right. That looks like a blob of hamburger. Actually, I've got a little mini spoon I've been using that kind of helps out a little better. I don't want to, ooh, I think I can break through. Oh yeah. That's a lot better now. Still frozen, but we're almost there. We're halfway there. There we go. Got a little, oh, there we go, got a chunk out. Well, lesson learned. No frozen meat. Try to keep it, I don't know, thawed out. Especially when you're doing sloppy joes, I guess. Maybe other meat, like stewing meat or whatever, but definitely sloppy joe mix, or ground beef. I wouldn't do that, so. Lesson learned. So if you're seeing all this grass right here, it's because it's actually grass from the ground. I pretty much put my tent up in a field that has never been mowed. So if that's what you're seeing, don't be concerned, because it's actually grass. So hopefully I don't start on fire tonight. I am probably going to get something to put right under there, so we're not gonna start a fire. Yeah, we're definitely gotta move that sucker. Let's move it to a different spot. Oh, yeah, that'll have to work for now. I think we are about ready to get this underway here. Alrighty, this has got to be easier to clump up now. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Sweet. we are gonna get this going now. Time to do the manwich here. Well, I'm struggling here, guys. Oh my goodness, that took me I don't know how long to figure out. There we go. Look at how that's attached. Maybe you guys have used this before, but I am definitely not the pro at this as I just screwed it up. I'm getting stuff all over me right now. I'm getting sprayed with grease. I'm gonna smell like a bear's treat. Thank goodness they are all hibernating right now. There we go. There's the manwich we know and love. Alright. Ooh, that did not like me. The frozen onions and green peppers. There we go. And in they go. Easy prep. Ooh, that's going to need just a little more time to unfreeze. Oh, this is going to turn out. Don't worry, this is going to still be delicious. Alrighty, moment of truth. It is done. I shut off the stove, so I will show you the end result. And there it is. A little chunky. I guess I don't mind. A lot of people, or at least usually you chop it all up, and I think a lot of people prefer it more sloppy. But we're going to go with it because I was doing some taping during the time I was cooking this and kind of let it get away. But it does look really good. Everything's thawed out. They got the onions, the green peppers, a can of manwich, and just 1 pound of ground beef. And you got yourself some sloppy joes. Alrighty, now that we have everything all cooked up and I've got the gas off, time to get it warm in here again. Got some squished buns, but should do the job for tonight. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's see. Well, there. Don't show the food on a spoon. I should know better. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. It looks amazing. So it was really easy. 1 pound ground beef, 1 can of manwich, and then I just chopped up a half an onion and a half a green pepper and threw it in. You could probably put more in or less if that's your fancy. I was gonna bring cheese out, but I forgot. But there is one more thing I do add to this, and I will show you here in a minute. Potato chips. Can't forget the potato chips. And I'll tell you the story about how this came about. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. Maybe some of you are like, yeah, I do it all the time. But I put potato chips on top. And it all comes from when I was a kid in elementary school. Every time we had sloppy joes at school, they would serve potato chips. And kids all in my class and other classes would put potato chips on their barbecue. Not everybody, but a lot of them. And so it gives it a little bit of a crunch, and it tastes really good. So that is why I put potato chips on top. Let's see how this turned out. Oh yeah, I could eat this all day long. And the best thing about barbecue, or sloppy joes, is you can turn it into a chili. I know it's got the manwich in it, but you can easily add more hot seasonings or peppers and turn it into a chili and just eat it without any bread or just dip bread into it. I know people who've done that too. So I like cheap, easy recipes, good for camping, easy to make, especially when you're really hungry, like I am. After a walk and setting this up, I definitely was ready to eat. So Anyways, this is easy to make. You can even have your kids make it. It's a simple meal, so enjoy. Alrighty, everybody, time for a quick tour of the tent. This is an ice fishing tent. It is the Otter Vortex Lodge. It's a really nice tent. I took a lot of time to think about what I wanted and what was good quality. You make your judgment when you make your own ice fishing shack purchase. But as for now, let's give you the tour. Here's the inside. The Vortex Lodge has 4 sides to it. It's about 7 feet long and 7 feet wide, and I don't remember how tall it gets to, but I'm about 5'8", and you can take a guess there, probably about 7 feet as well. It's very spacious, very comfortable in here. The walls are those breakout walls that you can pull in and pull out. They're actually pretty easy to use. It comes with a couple features. It comes with some of those portholes that you can put like a propane hose through, or an electrical cord if you need electricity. We got 2 of them in there. There's one over here too. It comes with a couple of these ventilation flaps that I think most of them do, because if you're using anything with propane or heating anything and it causes any carbon monoxide, you're going to need it. So you have a couple of those. The windows, there's 4 of them in here, and they're actually pretty big. And the nice thing about these windows is they give you a lot of light. As you can see, I am not hopefully too dark for you guys, but this is about midday and evening time. I just had supper, so an early supper, but it's still pretty light out, so that's pretty nice. One awesome feature about the windows is they're Velcro on them, so you can actually pull all the windows out, and you can let some air in if you need extra ventilation, or if you want to take them out for the season to not let mildew get on them. The choices are endless. Comes with a couple pockets and some fishing pole holders, and it comes with some cargo netting here too, which where I keep my gloves and stuff so they stay warm. So that's the inside of the tent here. There are 2 doors. And difference between this tent and I think quite a few other tents, I think a lot of tents are going like this. The door is an angle. It's like it's a triangle. It's on an angle. It's not like a curve like some of the older ones you see. Those curved ones sometimes can have zipper issues. So I very much was looking one for like that was just an up and down zipper. So it's just up and down, and there's another one on the bottom to do the same. Just makes the life of your ice shack a little easier, or not needing to have it go into repairs. So let's open this up. It goes pretty smoothly when you zip it, and then it just opens up in or out, just a little flap. So let's go out here and see how this is. So here's the outside of the shack. It also has more Velcro, so you can open it up, and you could open the one on the other side as well if you wanted to, but I'm not today. So this is the Otter Vortex Lodge on the outside. I love the color, the blue and the kind of charcoaly gray. This is the design that they gave. It's just kind of a very nice sporty look. I more or less looked at the price, then the look of it. I would have gone with pretty much anything that was in my budget, and anything that was going to have the quality that I needed to go camping and go fishing with it. Got a little bit of magic up my sleeve tonight. This is just a starter log. It should work with some birch bark. I'm not too concerned. All right. And if you guys are wondering what this is, it's just a portable grill. I just converted it into a above ground fire pit, so I don't start the grass and such on fire. I'm not too concerned, but safety first. We probably should light this first, as that'll be later, step 2, later on for tonight. Alrighty. So the directions on this little starter log is you light the ends, and it burns. So let's see if this works. There's one end. There's the other end. Alright. Probably start lighting the birch bark here too. There we go. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for a great day. Well, it's that time of the night. I'm going to turn into bed, or should I say to the cot tonight. It is incredibly warm in here. My Mr. Buddy heater is set to the lowest setting, which is about 4,500 BTUs. It's very comfortable in here. I definitely can slip into this sleeping bag and be comfortable all night long on that temperature, even with it being cold outside. So yeah, I think it's time for me to hit the hay. Well, well, I'm in bed. The blow-up mattress didn't work for me, so I took it out. I'm going to have to figure out if it's just a cold or what I did wrong. Probably not supposed to breathe like, I'm not supposed to pump it up with like blowing it up with my, mouth and like you blow up a beach ball, but yeah. Anyways, it is, you can see my breath, but it is actually really comfortable in this sleeping bag, and this cot is actually pretty comfortable, so we'll see how it goes tonight. It's my first time sleeping in a fishing tent, so should be good. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Oh my goodness. Well, good morning, everybody. What a great sleep last night. It was super comfortable. I felt like I was sleeping literally inside of a house. So I recommend it if you're looking to get an insulated tent. Get one. It's perfect. The sleeping bag performed excellent. This was very warm, very comfortable. I almost could have shut off the Mr. Buddy heater, but I kept it on low last night. The cot was really comfortable, and of course, it just, again, it felt like I was indoors. So, highly recommend it if you guys are looking for an insulated tent. However, I do have to get going here. I got to pack up. I got to head south today, and I'm going to go and work in the next couple days. But I wanted to give a big shout out to everybody who has supported this channel, who's viewed this video, and thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping to make some more videos here soon, so tag along for those adventures. And hey, if this is something you like, if you're into camping and outdoors and getting outside and adventure, this is the channel to have. And if you guys could like and subscribe, that'd really help me out a lot. But have a good day, everybody. Hope your day goes well today. And I'll see you guys on the next adventure.